The blue whale is the largest animal to ever exist. Not just the largest alive today, the largest in Earth's entire history. Longer than a basketball court, heavier than a fully loaded space shuttle. Its heart alone weighs as much as a small car, beating slowly inside a body so massive that entire ecosystems depend on its existence. Nothing should be able to kill it. For millions of years, the blue whale has ruled the oceans, not through speed, armor, or aggression, but through sheer size. It has no natural weapons, no claws, no teeth, no venom. It doesn't need them. Its body is the weapon. Even the ocean's most feared predators, great white sharks, colossal squid, ancient leviathans, are insignificant by comparison. Against a blue whale, they are fragments, shadows. So when scientists first encountered something strange, something wrong, they didn't believe it. Massive blue whale carcasses began appearing with injuries that didn't match disease or accidents. Scars, missing tissue, signs of prolonged struggle. These whales were not dying quickly, they were being hunted, which raised an impossible question. What kind of animal could even attempt to kill the largest creature ever to live? Because whatever it wasn't bigger. It wasn't stronger, and it didn't rely on brute force.
Why blue whales should be untouchable. To understand how impossible this is, you first need to understand the blue whale's biology. An adult blue whale can weigh over 180 tons. Its muscles are dense and powerful, built to move that mass effortlessly across entire oceans. Each tail stroke can generate enough force to seriously injure or kill smaller animals nearby. Its skin is thick. Its blubber stores immense energy. Its endurance allows it to travel thousands of kilometers without rest. For most of its life, a blue whale has no enemies. Even historically, before human whaling, there is no evidence of any predator capable of reliably killing a healthy adult blue whale. Calves were vulnerable, yes, but adults were considered functionally invincible. So when modern researchers began documenting unusual wounds, deep rake marks, bite patterns, and in some cases entire tongues missing, it didn't fit any known cause of death. These whales weren't dying from starvation. They weren't injured by ships. They weren't sick. They were exhausted. Some carcasses showed signs of prolonged oxygen deprivation. Others bore scars, suggesting coordinated attacks from multiple directions. This wasn't random violence, it was strategy. And the most disturbing part wasn't the injuries themselves, it was where they were. The damage was focused on the whale's weakest points, areas no instinct-driven predator should understand. Whatever was attacking these whales knew exactly what it was doing.
The earliest confirmed observations came from scattered, unsettling encounters. Researchers began noticing blue whales fleeing at full speed, something they almost never do. Calves were seen desperately staying close to their mothers, while adult whales showed defensive behaviors never recorded before. And then there were the scars. Long, parallel rake marks, unmistakably caused by teeth. But not shark teeth. The spacing was wrong. The angle was wrong. The attack patterns didn't match any known solitary predator. In some cases, entire pods of whales altered their migration routes, abandoning feeding grounds they had used for generations. That kind of behavioral change only happens when an animal perceives extreme danger. Gradually, a pattern emerged. These attacks didn't happen everywhere. They occurred in specific regions,
and only certain populations of predators were present. The answer wasn't a monster hiding in the deep. It was something far more unsettling. The predator was already well known, already studied, already familiar. But its intelligence had been vastly underestimated, because this predator doesn't hunt alone. It doesn't rely on instinct. It learns. The only known animal capable of killing a blue whale is not larger. It is smaller, faster, smarter. Orcas, also known as killer whales, are the ocean's apex strategists. Despite their name, orcas are not whales at all. They are the largest species of dolphin and among the most intelligent non-human animals on Earth. They live in tightly bonded family groups called pods. They communicate constantly. They teach their young complex hunting techniques. And most importantly, different orca populations hunt in completely different ways. Some hunt fish, some hunt seals, some hunt sharks, and a small number hunt whales. These orcas don't attack randomly. They study their prey. They test defenses. They coordinate from multiple angles. When targeting a blue whale, the goal is not to overpower it. The goal is to suffocate it. Pods will harass the whale for hours, preventing it from surfacing properly. Others target the tail, limiting movement. Some focus on calves, separating them from protective adults. Once exhaustion sets in, the attack becomes precise. They block the blowhole. They force the whale underwater. They wait. This is not chaos. It is calculated.
The final phase is brutal and efficient. As the blue whale weakens, orcas target the tongue. It is the most calorie-dense organ in the whale's body and critical for breathing and feeding. Using coordinated attacks, they tear it away while the whale is still alive. Often, they consume only the tongue and leave the rest of the body behind. This behavior is learned, not instinctual. Young orcas observe these hunts for years before participating. Entire strategies are passed down through generations, forming hunting cultures unique to each pod. In some regions, blue whales had no natural predators for millions of years. And then, suddenly, they did. Not because nature changed, but because intelligence evolved.
The blue whale remains the largest animal ever to exist. Its size is unmatched. Its presence shapes entire ecosystems. But size alone does not define dominance. In the ocean, power belongs to coordination, to communication, to planning. Orcas don't rule through strength, they rule through intelligence. This doesn't make them evil, it makes them efficient. And it reveals something unsettling about the natural world. Even the most massive life form to ever exist is still vulnerable, not to claws or teeth, but to minds working together. In the ocean, survival doesn't belong to the biggest. It belongs to the smartest.